Hi, everyone. Welcome to my weekly live. I'm really happy that you're here. My name is Julie Gilson, and I'm with stampinggala.com. And I have some pretty projects for you today. I'm working with the Penciled Pear stamp set. I love this set, and I think you will too. Um, Let me show you the projects that we're making today. Just simple birthday cards or just a note. And if you notice in the background, I have a very pretty, lightly water colored background that I created. And I also have a very unique box here that I'll show you in just a little bit, but you can see the sides. And this is perfect for some little treats or a gift. So those are the projects I have for you today. But I do want to show you also my scrapbook two-page layout for this month. And this is for my friends that are in my scrapbook club. And these are a two-page layout always. And I just love how these turned out. So you can see here, it's suitable. I don't usually put a title on because everybody is so different in their walk with their scrapbooking journey, I should say. So that way they can put their own title on it. But here it is, and I'm using the Flowering Zinnias paper. So there's still time to subscribe to this month's. You can do so by visiting my blog at stampinggala.com. And at the top, there is a tab that says Scrapbook Club, and you can click on that, and away you go. And you can check out what you do to subscribe this month, and you can cancel at any time as well. Okay, so back to our projects here. I just love these, and I think I'll start with this one first. Okay, so there's a few different steps to this, so we'll go ahead and get started. All right, so first of all, also, if you are new to my channel, please let us know so we can give you a warm welcome. And always, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that join me every week, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Okay, so this is Pool Party, and it is 11 by 4 1/4, and I scored it at 5 1/2. So we're going to fold this over, and I do need my bone folder. So we're going to just fold that over just like that, okay? All right, next I have, and this is from the same DSP that I used in the scrapbook pages. You can see it on the back. All right, so we're going to put these two together, and this will be on my blog either tonight or tomorrow. So let me go ahead and put this together. I can tell you that this paper right here, it's low in inventory, so if you want some, you got to get it right away. This is 3 1/2 by 4 1/4, and I'm backing it with a piece of lemon lime twist that is 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. Thanks, ladies. I'm glad you like them. Now next week we'll be able to see the new catalog, the Christmas catalog, which I am excited about because I will be able to start creating for my retreat in the fall, the end of October, that's held in Findlay, Ohio. And ladies, if you're not able to attend and you would like to have a kit to go, you can do so. It was in my newsletter yesterday. So it is $185 plus $10 shipping, and you'll get the same stuff everybody else gets. There will be 20 projects and product, and it's just really a good thing. So, all right, so now I have a piece here that is, let me see, it looks like 2 3/4 by 4 1/2, 2 3/4 by 4, and I embossed it with the timber embossing folder, and I am putting this on a piece of Very Vanilla, and that is just 2 7/8 by 4 1/8. Melissa, what do we need to get right away? Are you talking about for the retreat to go? I'm not sure. Okay, so we're putting this together. And I will be trimming it down just a little bit. Just a little bit more. Now, for those of you that are in my scrapbook club, I may be making a change because there's some things I can't do. I can't send stamped images. So I may be adding or just saying that I'm going to be using some stamps, and they're not included in the kit to keep the kit price down. But is for those of you that are in my scrapbook club, can you just comment and let me know what you think, if that's okay? So in other words, I would stamp them on my sample so you can see how they're stamped, but they will not include the stamps or the stamped images. Hey, Andy, just heard get right away. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, the DSP. That's what you must be referring to. The DSP that I'm using tonight is on low inventory. So if you want that, it's called Flowering Zinnias. Okay, so I got a ribbon around here, and this is beautiful ribbon. It's the woven cream ribbon. I love it. It is on the online exclusives. So this is going to go up here. Now you got to make sure that you have your knot all the way on the side here. Otherwise, you won't get the next piece on. Okay, so we're going to put some dimensionals on here. Now, if you like this video, please make sure you share it, and also click the subscribe button. That way you'll be notified every time that I go live. Okay, so this is going to go here. Just make certain that you have it centered perfectly. Okay, so that looks good. All right, so the next thing, I have a piece of watercolor paper, and I die cut it using this is the deckled rectangles. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just adding some light color. And what I'm doing that with, I started off with the Granny Apple Green. So since it's on my brush already, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. So I'm going to add some water on here. And I do not want this dark. I just want it kind of a light wash in the back. So I'm just going to just go back and forth. And you don't want to go all the way to the sides because you do want it to look like it is watercolor. Oops. All right, so now I'm going to just rinse off my brush, and all I'm going to do is kind of just add some water over here on the side so it just cleans it up a little bit. And yes, it does. Oh my gosh, it doesn't match. I thought I am all over the place. I did another card today in this. That is so funny. Nice catch, Melissa. Okay, so see how this is? It's very light. That is hilarious. Okay, I didn't even catch it. All right, so now we're going to heat this up. And all I'm doing is heating it so it dries. I was working on my scrapbook page just before I got on, just finishing it up, and it matches my scrapbook page. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so anyway, so now it's dried. So now I'm safe to stamp. So I'm going to pull in the pear and also stays on. Okay, and I'm using stays on because I'm watercoloring. Let me grab just a piece of paper here. Okay, now make sure you get ink on the whole stamp. Otherwise, you'd have to do the whole thing over again. Let me move this out of the way and get it up here so there's no break here. All right, so I'm going to stamp this. You know what? I'm going to stamp it here just to make sure. Oh, good thing I did because it's a little bit crooked. All right, so stamp it right here. All right, that's good. Okay, so now I'm going to come back and add some color. Now the leaf I'm doing in Pool Party. Let me add some more ink here. Okay, so I'm just darkening up the places that Stampin' Up's artist actually added some shading for us. Okay, so that's good. Now I'm going to switch to Granny Apple Green. Hi, Jane. Are you new to my channel? All right, and now I'm going to darken up this part. I should have done the blue or the Pool Party on the bottom here as well. I have to go back. All right, and then pull back the Pool Party. And I'm going to add some here, like this is a shading, like it's the table. Okay, so I got that. And then we're going to add it to a piece of Pool Party. Okay. So if you would like these make and takes, as always, all you have to do is place a minimum $40 order by Sunday using this host code, and I will send you the make and takes for free. Now, they won't come stamped. You will have to have the stamps or use something else that you have, but everything else will be included. Okay, so now this will go up on dimensionals. Okay, so now this is going to go right in here. That's why I needed it, the knot right over to the side. Oops. Okay, so far so good. I love it. All right, and then I just have a piece of scrap here. Then I'm going to stamp It's Your Day, and this is also in this stamp set. And I am stamping it just with Stays On. And I'm going to die cut this. Okay. Now, let me show you the die. I'm using the Something Fancy dies, and I'm using this piece right here, but I did trim it down. So let me just die cut this real quickly. So here you go. And what I just did was I just trimmed off the sides. Simply just took this just to make it a little bit smaller so that it didn't take as much space up. And then what I did was I took my bone folder and I scored it one way to make it look like a banner, and then back this way. Okay, so then it's kind of curly, just like that. And I'll show you where I put the dimensional. I just put it right here. And then right here behind the D, that's how I have this laying right there. See what I mean? Okay, so then I have these little discs, the adhesive back discs, and I'm just going to put a couple of them on here. I should just grab this. It's right here. Okay, so here is the outside of your card, your first project. All right, so I hope you like this. And then we're going to just stamp the inside. And I have two pieces of Very Vanilla. Now, the paper that I used was watercolor. This is not watercolor, so you have to be a little bit more careful. So what I'm going to do is just take this stamp right here, ink it up, and just stamp it right here. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little bit of color. Guess I need a little more. And since I like to tie the outside with the inside, I'm going to add a little bit of Pool Party. Just like that. Nothing big. All right. So this is going to go on right here. can see. And add this to the inside of the card. Okay. Hey, Nicole. Oops. I can get this open. All right. So here is your first card. Isn't that pretty? What do you think, ladies? Do you like it? All right. So we're going to move on to our next project, which is this one right here. And I just love it. I hope you do too. You see it? All right, so that is the other orientation. So this card is 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. So we're going to go ahead and fold this over. Okay, so there's your card base. We have a couple of pieces here we're going to put together. This is lemon lime twist, and this is 3.5 by 4 3/4. I'm putting it on a piece of Very Vanilla, which is 4 7/8 by 3 5/8. This is embossed with the Timber embossing folder. I think this stamp set is one of those sleepers in the catalog that you have to see it in use first. I just love how this turned out. And I haven't seen any in this color scheme at all. All right, so we're going to put this together. If you have not tried watercoloring, you got to try it. It's so fun. Just know that it comes out differently every time. I did have a few, I tried a few different things, and this is what I ended up with. Okay, so I have this piece, and this is watercolor paper that is 2 3/4 by 4. So we're going to add some color on here. Let me see what's on my brush. Looks like it might be the pool party. So we're going to start off. I need a little bit more water. I hope I can get through this without adding. I should have added some more water in here. And then we're going to do the Granny Apple Green. You know what? I have some water over here. So I'm just going to add some water real quickly. You just unscrew the, if I can get it here, you unscrew this and you put the water in the barrel here. I don't think I'm getting in. I'll be right back. Okay, I have some water added in now. Okay, that's better. So now I can add some of the green down below. And you like to blend them so it's not a real stark line here. Okay, so we're going to dry this. Okay, so that's perfect. So now we're going to bring in the stamp that we're using. We're using the floral stamp in this set now. So we have 3 flowers stamped across here. See that? So I'm going to start in the middle and stamp the one in the middle first because then it's easier to gauge. And this one is going to be higher up. Okay, you don't want them even all the way across. Okay, and then we're going to stamp this one a little bit lower. And the other one a little bit lower as well. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to go back to coloring. We're going to color the flowers with the pool party. So all we're doing is adding color where the flower petals are. Making them a little bit darker. And then over here for the last grouping. Okay, so the flowers are done. Okay, Patricia, as far as when you're watercoloring, you have to use StazOn. If you use Memento for watercoloring, you'll have a mess. It'll just turn the ink like mud. It'll be streaky and bleeding. This doesn't bleed. Put a little dot in the center of the flowers. And then do the stem as well. Now, Memento you use with the Stampin' Blend markers. This is a StazOn is a solvent-based ink, so that's why you use it with this. It won't bleed. And Memento is a pigment ink. Okay, so see how pretty this is? All right, so we're gonna take a piece of, this is a piece of the DSP in the Lemon Lime Twist, and we're just gonna put it right across here. Okay, so let's put this on first. I'm just gonna put some glue right across here and just lay this on the bottom. And I'm doing this first before I put it on the backing just in case there's a little bit, and there is a tiny bit here that I like to trim off. It is so small you hardly see it, but it makes a difference. You can see it there, maybe. Can you see that piece right there? Same thing over here. Somebody told me recently that I'm a perfectionist and why do I keep cutting? But it has to be right. Ah, that's sweet. Okay, so this is going to go on here, and we will definitely trim this off as well. What do you think of the background, how it's watercolored? I just really like it. I think it's a nice touch. Oh, I did. Thank you. How did I not see that? Thank you, Susie. Okay, and then this is going to be trimmed off a little bit. There. Okay, so now we're going to wrap a ribbon around this and the same ribbon here. And it's going to be over to the left. So this, why I do it here is because then it softens this sharp line here. Okay. And then I just move it up so more of the DSP shows. And we'll trim this off. Okay, so now this is going to go on dimensionals here. Okay, so let me grab those. Thanks, Cheryl. I'm glad you like them. Please make sure that you share this with your friends and on Facebook and Pinterest. I really would appreciate it because it does help me to continue doing what I'm doing. Now the 3D item is a little more detailed today, so I hope you like that as well. Yes, Cheryl, I did get it fixed. It was the thermostat. Okay, so far so good. All right, now I have a piece here of scrap watercolor paper. And the reason I'm using this, I don't need to because it's just a sentiment. But if I put a different color here on the front, like let me show you. If I put this on, it doesn't show up that well on the camera, but you can see a big difference. And I don't like that. It looks like I ran out of paper or something. Okay, so this says just a note. And I'm going to stamp this here. Just a little note, it actually says. Okay, so I am using the Lovely and Sweet. I'm using this die here. So I'm going to die cut this. However, I'm adding another step to it, and you'll see in a minute. So I'm going to die cut this really quickly, so I'll be right back. Okay, so it looks like this. Then what I did was I cut a second one here because I wanted the blue to show. So what I'm going to do is just trim this off the ends. Okay, so we're going to go right here, line that up and trim that off, and then line it up here and trim that off. Okay, so then it's just going to be placed on here just like that. Okay, so let me grab my dimensionals and put this on. You know what? I don't need that many. So just 2 is good. So we're going to put them on here. Oh, Cheryl, I am glad too because, oh my gosh, it would have been awful. It cost me just $175 is all he charged me. Okay, so this is going to go on right here. So now I'm going to cut off, let me show you, just a few of these. And what I'm doing is I'm putting one right here on the bottom, and I'm going to take the other one and put it right on the top there. And the reason I'm doing it like this is because I want this ribbon to go in between the two. Okay, so I'm going to just center this. And put that on there like that. Isn't that pretty? So now, I actually didn't put any gemstones on the outside. So now we're going to pull this in and let's stamp the flowers here. So I'm going to stamp this one here. And I'm going to stamp another one lower. Okay. So let me go ahead and color this in. This time I won't forget the ones on top. Need a little bit more ink. Okay, this right here. Switch over to the pool party. And I'm going to add some darker. All right, I'll show you. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so now I'm going to put these two together and then put that on the inside of the card. Thanks, Carol. I appreciate it. Ashley, it is easy, really. If you would have seen my first card, you would think, oh my gosh, she's come a long way, because just practice makes perfect. I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm just better than I was when I started. Put it that way, because my cards were ugly. Okay, so here is your second card. I hope that you like it. All right, so now we have the third project, which is right here. So this is a unique box. Let me show you. I'm going to just take the ribbon off here, and it opens like this. Okay, so see how the sides are? Isn't it cute? Okay, so let me show you how I made this. So this is a little more detailed. So we're going to make the box first. So the box is 9.5 by 6, and it is scored at 1 and 5 on the 6-inch side. And then the other side, what I did was I scored it at 2 and 3 and 6.5 and 7.5. So let me show you. This is kind of a unique fold. Okay. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, first of all, angle this edge here. I want to get my big scissors so it's easier. So from here to this first score line over here, we're going to trim it. Okay, so I like to put my scissors right on where the score line starts and go straight up to that one. Okay, see how it's on an angle? Same thing over here. All right, and then here. And then finally here. I wish Stampin' Up! Still made these scissors. I love them. Okay, so it looks like that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to switch scissors, and we're going to cut right here. And same thing over here. Now you're not going to cut this one. Okay, so now what we're going to do is come in here. It's kind of awkward, but we're going to come in here and cut here. And then this is the tab. So it's kind of like a sideways tab. Trim this a little bit better. Okay, see what I mean? All right, so now we can trim this piece all the way out. So now we can get in here and trim this piece all the way out. Okay. Trim this up. Trim this up here. All right, so you see how that is now? So it'll go in like this. Okay, so we're going to make this side just like this one. All right, so what we're going to do here is, first of all, we're going to trim right here. And again, trim up. Okay, so we got that all done. See how it looks? Just like that. So we'll turn it on the other side and put the glue on these tabs. So what's going to happen is it's going to go like this. It's a little awkward. It's kind of like backwards for me anyway. Just get it lined up so it's even. There, I got it. Same thing over here. Line that up. Oops. Okay, that's good. That one came apart. Okay, so see how this goes together? Just like that. Okay, so that's going to be set aside. And then this side, this is 7 7/8 by 7 3/8, 7 3/8. And it is scored at 1 and 2 on all sides. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and score on the score lines. And this one is just a simple box that's a fold over sides. Okay, so it's all folded on the score line. So what we're going to do is we're going to take out the outside 3 corners on all sides. So find since it's not a perfect square, find the side that is the longer side, and we're going to start there and go all the way up to the second score line. Okay, and then we can easily cut out the other squares on the corners very quickly. Okay, just like that. Same thing over here. Go up to the second score line. And these tabs, you can see that I go faster doing the tabs because they're not going to be seen. So they don't have to be cut the same. Okay, turn it over, do the same things. Cut up to the second score line. And then here. Same thing here. Okay. All right, so we're going to put glue on all the tabs. Okay. Fold this in and hold it. This side. Hold it. Remember, though, if you want these make and takes, if you're new at new tonight's joining, just use this host code, and I'll send you these make and takes for free. Just place an order of $40 or more by Sunday. Okay, so we're going to flip these down. First, add some glue on there. Fold it down. I like to use my bone folder. Give it a good burnish. Same thing here. Fold it down. Now, if they get hung up, you got to trim them off a little bit. And the sides usually go well, but oh, that one went good too. Well, I should say. All right, so we're going to fold that in. Now, the last one we might have a hard time with because all those corners coming together. Yeah, see what I mean? It kind of gets hung up. So we're just going to trim it so it fits, has a nicer fit. So we'll just add some glue there and fold it. And then just add use the bone folder to keep it down. Okay, so you can see that it will go in here just like this. So what I'm going to do is add glue to the bottom here. And then just get it in between those score lines. And just kind of press it in. So then it'll fold over just like that. Okay. Now, if you notice, I had some DSP there. So I'm just going to cut off a couple of strips. Now, these are 1-inch strips. So 1 inch by just shy of 3 1/2. Let me do that. Let me see. Yep, that's good. Okay, so we'll add this on the sides here. Just put this down here. Same thing over here. Okay, so now when you close it, you can see the DSP and it looks so pretty. Okay. All right, so we're almost done here. What we're going to do is we're going to just do a little bit of watercoloring here. So I'm going to grab my brush, and it looks like I'm going to use some green first, some granny apple green. And we're just going to do a light wash here. And then we're going to do the pool party. Okay, and I am using a die, so I want to make sure it's covered how I want it covered. That's good. All right, so let me just heat this up a little bit. Okay, now I'm going to take a piece of paper here, and I'm just going to lay it on here. Let me cut some of this off because I won't need it all. So I'm going to add some glue. Right down here. Okay. So I'm going to take this die and I'm going to die cut this right on there, okay? So let me just die cut this. Okay, so it looks like that now. All right. See how cool that is? Okay, so let me bring this back in. We're going to stamp. I'm going to stamp this right here. Fits perfectly. Oops, get ink all over me. Going to add some, let me close this up a little bit. All right, so we're going to add some Pool Party on here. We're also going to add some green apple green. All right. I'm going to add a strip here of green apple green. Okay. So we're just going to put the glue right down here. And just center it so it's pretty even. Okay, and I'm going to trim this off just like that. Okay. And we're going to also take It's Your Day again. And just put it down here. All right, I'm going to trim this. First of all, I'm going to trim this a little bit. And then that. Okay, this is going to go here, and I'm going to put this on dimensionals. Oh yeah, don't forget about the bonus days going on till the end of the month. That's pretty awesome. For every $50 that you spend, you'll get a $5 coupon to use in August. So you don't want to miss out on that, I'm sure. Okay, so we're going to punch a hole in here. So it's just going to go right there. And so we're turning this into a tag. All right, now this ribbon is absolutely gorgeous. This is very vanilla satin ribbon. So we're going to tie a big bow around here. Oops. When nothing's in the box holding it, it's a little more difficult. Okay, so let me trim this off. All right, get this out of the way. All right, I also have some of the basic twine. So I'm going to put both of these through the back here. These old eyes don't work so well anymore. All right, so. All right, and we're going to tie this on. Just cut off the excess. All right, so now we just have one more little gemstone to put on here, little disc. And your projects are done. So let me bring these back in. These, I think they're so beautiful. Anyway, so again, here is the host code that you use for today up until Sunday. And if you place a minimum $40 order, you will get these make and takes in the mail for free. And if you step it up to $50, you'll get to have a $5 coupon for every $50 that you spend that you can use next month. So I hope you like these projects today. I sure did like making them. I love how they turned out. I think they are very, very pretty. So thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for allowing me to earn your business, and have a great night. Bye-bye.